Hi there, so I'm going to do Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is for after the full moon. We just had the full moon in Gemini. I don't know how that would affect you. It would probably make Geminis or air signs feel confused or persuaded by illusions. It could also be bringing up fear or phobia, things that are the imagination going wild, thinking of scenarios that haven't happened yet. So let's see. Let's start off with Gemini. Wow, you're in your element. You're doing exactly what you should be doing. The Magician. What's it? Let's do a Celtic cross. I'm just going to. You are knowing exactly what you're doing to bring in this change. Wow, okay. Someone is trying to persuade you to maybe move, relocate, pick up everything. You took full responsibility. Now you're trying to persuade. There's a fire queen here, an Aries, Leo, Sag. This person is very ready, willing, able. You're trying to, let's see, let's get this again. You could also be the one ready to get this going. Okay, your energy is coming up as Emperor. You are in charge. There is the world, a great success, a great expansion, a great achievement. You want something very specific, very detailed, learning, and you want to leave something behind you. Like, I'll leave this behind me. This is similar to Virgo. I'm going to take what I have and go, because this is how I reconcile something. This is how I make it happen. This is how this is like cutting your losses. You're trying to understand or negotiate and weigh how you feel about a certain situation, but it's just too painful. You're like, no, this is just too painful. You come into a very positive place, and you can heal and let this go with the star. You can move on to something better. Why is there the world here coming in? Wow, 10 of Pentacles. There's a lot offered. It could be a job. It could be something is discovered. It's permanent. It's full of value. A lot of money, a lot of resources, maybe a home or a property. Somebody's found this. And this represents permanent, stable, and established connections. You're trying to manage how you feel about the situation, and your feelings are guiding you. But practically, you're like, no, I don't want to take any risks. Why are you 4 of coin? The cup of emotions overflows. And 7 of swords. You could feel like there's a strategy to deceive. You could feel like somebody is trying to pull the wool or be strategic. And you feel like this is pulling you in a new direction. Queen of the Swords, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius female who's advising you to maybe put yourself out there. Like, put yourself out there and show your best self. In fact, they're telling you, like, you need to do this right away. There's a tower. You need to get out there. They're like kicking your butt. And you're kind of like, well, I don't really want to do that. But it is in your best interest. Okay. So you are going to be redeemed as an air sign. You're coming into redemption. The air signs are being redeemed in this full moon energy. Let's see. So we're dealing with Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Supermoon. Illusions are broken, maybe. Clarity. You could be dealing with information. Somebody is telling you to get out there and put your best foot forward. Snapping into awareness. Something foggy becomes obvious. It is obvious. A distortion will fall away. You need to realize what is real and what is exaggerated and what is projected. There could be a mixed signal coming from someone. All right, so let's do Libra. And okay, let's see what we have coming in for Libra. What's around Libra right now? You're definitely not liking something. You're saying, you know, that's wrong. Yeah, because it is basically wrong. You could be blaming somebody else for why something is missing, why something is taken away, shortages, lack. You feel like maybe you are defending yourself against somebody else, like somebody blames you. You're like, no, I've been here for you. I've been loyal to you. Just because things hit the fan doesn't mean it's my fault. You're considering what you have to work with. This is like making lemonade. You're given lemons and you're like, I don't want to make lemonade. You kind of have to. Some of you are thinking, it's not my cup of tea. It's not something I want to do. I don't like that. Why would that be taken away from me? I don't want to lose. I have a lot that I've invested. Why are you Queen of Swords? You're having to give your opinion and be diplomatic. It is not fair for someone to put you in a situation where you're highly uncomfortable. And you're Four of Cups. You're like, I don't want what you're offering. It's because you don't like it. There's a Chariot. There's someone who's determined to go forward. What is this? You want to walk away. You're like, I don't want that. I don't even like it. You and I don't agree. Why is it Seven of Pentacles? Other people feel that this is a valuable situation that will be beneficial. And you're like, no, it's not. This King of Air, it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It could be somebody telling you that this is beneficial. This is what we're all doing. It could feel like a cabal. It could feel like a cultish kind of energy. There's a Water Queen, a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Yeah, your energy is free. The Fool. You're like, I don't want anything to do with that. You may find someone else that you agree with more. All right. You're having to be very specific, clear, use words that are not upsetting to someone else. You have to have a realization and see the big picture. Now, you also have to detach from your emotions. You may not like this very much, but you have to rise above. And there is some kind of like confusion or chaos, where somebody feels that they're in the mood for predictability, and you're having to be very clear with someone, like, no, like, you think that this is predictable, or you can predict what's going on, and you're having to say, you're having to be very clear. And you know, if you have to be clear, that could be meaning saying no. You know, having to say no, thank you. And what does that entail? It could be meaning you let someone down, or they fight for it even harder. Somebody could get louder, or you have to get louder. You don't fall for it, is what it is. It could be somebody kind of saying, well, we're all doing this. This is what we're all doing. They could cast judgment or cast aspersions. And you're saying, well, I don't like it. So no, there could be a water sign. There could be an air sign. Somebody could even be trying to force you to do something, like with their words, just saying, you need to do this. Okay, so that was Libra. What have we got coming in here for Aquarius? Aquarius is my most tough sign to do. It always feels like it always feels like Aquarius is settling for a person who doesn't put you first. Aquarius is like, don't you know that there's 300 million people in the United States alone? Like, I don't understand why Aquarius is like, why would you pick the person that is out, like a traveling salesman or something like that? Like, why? I think you appreciate that they give you independence, because that's what drives you and motivates you. Yeah, see, like, you've been cut off, and maybe you want that. Maybe you're like, I like to be alone most of the time. I don't want to be pressured. There could be a Aries, Leo, or Sag. There could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You feel like this doesn't measure up to your standards. You, in the future, are going to agree with a certain group of people that you're ready for this. You could be dealing with a Leo. You're ready. You're motivated. It's happening. And someone else is like, this is a test of my strength. You're like, that's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all going to work out great. There it is. There's your card. Your card is the star card. You're like, I have hope. I have belief. I have a wish coming true for myself. Justice. There's something that you could feel is unfair. Wow, you're coming in as the hero. So you're getting credit. You're getting celebrated. You're ready to go with this energy. You're physically ready. And why is it 3 of Cups? There's an air king, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or it could be you giving your opinion. What is strength? 8 of Cups. You are walking away, or there's someone walking away. There is a Fool, a new beginning, a new adventure, and a water king, a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. Why is there a strength? A Queen of Wands. Could be a Leo feminine. We also have an Earth King. There's something you want to protect or hold on to, or someone else wants to protect or hold on. What's the outcome? So you're dealing with a page. It could be a message from a person, a younger person, somebody who makes a mistake. Why are you wanting to warm the waters? There's the devil. So there's something that you feel could be corrupt, wrong. Oh, you do have a Ten of Pentacles. There's a long-term connection to this energy. A lot invested over many years. King of Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. There is someone riding in on the victory horse, maybe making an announcement. We do have the Death card energy, something changing. You find out the truth here. Ace of Swords, new information. There is a water sign around the energy. This person's reaching out, and Five of Coins. Something's not enough, taken away, removed. Someone doesn't want to give up. Why is someone strong? Okay, there is a healing coming in, some kind of healing. There could also be someone in surgery. Someone is standing up, fighting back, maybe against the family when something is discovered. It could be for a mother or matriarch. Somebody didn't tell you this, that this is going on. There's something that you wanted to do. And you come into healing, releasing, letting go, recovery. Someone is very strong. Why are they very strong? They're under judgment. They're under a day of revival, renewal, day of reckoning. They're making a big decision. There is a discovery here or something that is found. Okay, that's what I have for the air signs. Thank you, and I'll see you again next time.